Hook no dishes after cooking a simple dinner. Do you feel more tired from washing 5 different pots and dishes than from the actual cooking itself? Many seniors say the dishes are the main reason they avoid home cooking and end up ordering expensive delivery several times a week. Today you will learn how one pan and a simple plan can cut your dishwashing to almost zero while keeping meals balanced and tasty. One pan concept. A one pan meal means almost everything cooks in a single skillet, wok, pot, or sheet pan in the oven with only a few basic tools. This saves time standing, moving around the kitchen, and bending over the sink to wash multiple items. It also makes it easier to see your whole meal at once so you can quickly check if you have enough protein, vegetables, and carbohydrates on the pan. Why seniors benefit as we reach our 60s and 70s. Strength in the hands and back often decreases, so lifting heavy pots and scrubbing large stacks of plates can feel painful. One-pan meals reduce the number of items you need to lift, scrub, and store after each meal, which lowers the chance of strain or slipping near a wet sink. They also shorten cooking time so you are not standing on hard floors for long periods, which can be stressful for knees and hips. Basic equipment. You only need a safe pan, a solid heat source, and a few simple tools such as a spatula, tongs, and a chopping board to start. A wide non-stick skillet or a medium sheet pan is often enough to cook for 1 or 2 people without crowding the food. Non-stick surfaces reduce the need for heavy scrubbing, but you must always use gentle utensils and low to medium heat to protect the coating. Safety for seniors. Safety must come before speed, especially when working with hot pans and oil. Choose a pan with a long, heat-resistant handle and consider using a silicone grip to prevent slipping in your hand. Keep the handle turned to the side, not sticking out, so you do not accidentally bump it while moving around the kitchen. Basic formula. Most one-pan meals follow a simple formula of protein, vegetables, and a base such as potatoes, rice, or bread on the side. Protein can be chicken, eggs, tofu, beans, or fish depending on your taste and dental comfort level. Vegetables can be fresh, frozen, or pre-cut from the store, which saves time and knife work while still adding fiber and vitamins. Prep shortcuts. Preparation is often the tiring part, so using shortcuts makes one-pan cooking truly easy. Pre-washed salad mixes, sliced mushrooms, frozen mixed vegetables, and canned beans cut your chopping and peeling time by half or more. Ready-cut chicken strips or firm tofu cubes can go straight from the package into the pan with a bit of oil and seasoning. Sheet pan dinner. A sheet pan dinner uses an oven tray where you spread out vegetables and protein in a single layer. You can place chicken thighs, carrot sticks, and broccoli florets together and roast them with a little oil, salt, and pepper until everything turns golden and tender. The oven does the work while you sit, read, or watch television instead of standing at the stove. Stovetop skillet meal. A stovetop skillet meal is helpful when you want more control and do not want to bend to reach the oven. You can start by gently heating oil, then add onions, garlic, and your chosen protein before mixing in vegetables and a small amount of sauce or broth. The entire meal simmers together, so the flavors blend and everything cooks evenly in one place. Pasta and rice. One-pan pasta and rice dishes can also be cooked in one pan, which removes the need for separate pots of boiling water. For example, you can toast dry rice lightly in oil, then add water or broth, vegetables, and beans, letting them cook together until the liquid is absorbed. For pasta, choose smaller shapes, add enough liquid to just cover them, and cook with tomatoes, spinach, and canned tuna or chopped sausages. Breakfast. One pan breakfast can be simplified with one pan by cooking eggs, vegetables, and even bread in the same skillet. You can sauté chopped onions and peppers, stir in beaten eggs, and warm a slice of bread at the edge of the pan using low heat. This gives you protein, fiber, and carbohydrates with only one pan and one plate to wash afterward. Using leftovers. Leftovers become easier to use when you think of them as building blocks for new one-pan meals. Cooked rice, roast chicken pieces, or leftover roasted vegetables can all go into a skillet with a bit of oil, soy sauce, or tomato sauce to create a fresh dish. This reduces food waste and saves money while keeping your cooking steps short and simple each day. Seasoning basics. Simple seasoning keeps one-pan meals tasty without needing complex recipes or long instructions. Salt, pepper, garlic powder, dried herbs, and a little soy sauce or vinegar are usually enough to create a satisfying flavor. Instead of many bottles, choose 3 or 4 seasonings you truly enjoy and keep them near your stove. Oil and fat control. Using the right amount and type of oil is important for both health and easy cleanup. Too much oil can splatter and leave a greasy pan that is harder to wash, while too little can cause food to stick. Light oils such as canola or olive oil work well at medium heat and support heart health when used in small amounts. Portion control. Overfilling the pan makes food steam instead of brown and can turn a simple recipe into a soggy mess. For 1 or 2 people, a medium pan is usually enough, and the food should cover the bottom in a single, not too crowded layer. If you need to cook more portions, it is better to cook in 2 quick batches than to pile everything in at once. Midpoint quiz. Quick question for you. If your pan is too crowded and completely covered with food, what simple problem is most likely to happen during your one-pan cooking? 1. Quiz answer. When the pan is too crowded, food usually steams instead of browning, which can lead to pale, watery, and unevenly cooked meals. This also increases the chance of sticking and makes vegetables lose their texture and flavor. By leaving small gaps between pieces, the heat can move properly and create better color and taste. Cleaning tips. Cleaning one pan is easier when you act soon after the pan cools slightly instead of waiting many hours. For non-stick pans, use warm water, a soft sponge, and mild soap, and avoid metal scrubbers that damage the surface. For stainless steel, you can soak the pan with warm water and a bit of dish soap to loosen stuck bits before gently scrubbing. Dish reduction tricks to truly reduce dishes. Limit the number of tools you use from preparation to serving. You can measure spices using the same spoon, stir with the same spatula, and eat from the pan using a separate plate without serving bowls. Some people even place baking paper on the pan and slide the cooked food directly onto their plate, leaving the pan nearly clean. Joint-friendly habits for seniors with arthritis or weak grip. Heavy pans and long cooking sessions can cause pain in hands, wrists, and shoulders. Using a lighter pan, cooking smaller portions, and keeping ingredients nearby reduce the distance and weight you must carry. You can also sit on a stable chair or stool near the counter while chopping vegetables to take pressure off your knees and back. Budget benefits. One-pan meals can lower your food budget because they make it easier to cook at home instead of ordering takeout several nights a week. You can use more affordable ingredients like eggs, beans, frozen vegetables, and seasonal produce while still getting complete meals. Leftovers from one dinner become lunch the next day with only a quick reheat in the same pan, which reduces waste. Simple sample day. A sample one-pan day might start with scrambled eggs and spinach in the morning, a quick vegetable stir-fry at midday, and a sheet pan chicken and vegetables dinner. Each meal uses similar ingredients, So shopping and preparation stay simple while still giving variety and taste. This repeated pattern also helps you gain confidence because you are not learning a completely new recipe every time. Cooking for two people can still feel like a lot of work if you use multiple pots and pans. One-pan meals allow you to share preparation, where one person chops and the other stirs or seasons. While cleanup stays light, you can divide the pan into sections, such as more spices on one side and less on the other, to suit different taste preferences. Common mistakes with one-pan meals include using too high heat, skipping oil completely, and adding sauces too early. High heat can burn garlic and spices while leaving the inside of meat undercooked, which affects both taste and safety. Adding sauces too soon can cause them to reduce too much and become sticky or bitter. Mid-video summary. Up to this point, you have learned what one-pan meals are, why they help seniors, and how to choose pans, prepare ingredients, and avoid crowding. You also saw how to use leftovers, basic seasonings, and simple breakfast or dinner ideas that require minimal cleanup. The main themes are reducing steps, choosing comfortable tools, and repeating easy patterns rather than chasing complicated recipes. FAQ ingredients. Many viewers ask what ingredients are best to always keep at home for one-pan cooking. Some of the most flexible items are eggs, canned beans, frozen mixed vegetables, onions, garlic, and a small amount of rice or pasta. These can be combined in many ways to create stir-fries, skillet meals, and sheet pan dishes without needing special sauces. FAQ frozen fresh. Another common question is whether frozen vegetables are as good as fresh ones in one-pan meals. Frozen vegetables are usually picked and frozen quickly, so they keep much of their nutrition and save you washing and chopping time. They cook faster than many fresh vegetables, which means you can make a complete meal in less than 20 minutes in many cases. FAQ small kitchen. Some people worry that their kitchen is too small for one-pan cooking, but this method actually suits small spaces very well. With one main pan and a few tools, you need less storage, less counter space, and fewer outlets or burners. This also reduces clutter, making it easier to clean surfaces and move safely, especially if you use a cane or walker. Final checklist. To turn this into a habit, use a simple mental checklist before cooking that covers pan safety, ingredients, seasoning, and cleanup. First, confirm your chosen pan is stable, not too heavy, and has a safe handle. Then gather a protein, at least one vegetable, and a carbohydrate source. Next, place your 3 favorite seasonings near the stove and keep a soft sponge ready for quick washing afterward. Call to action. You have seen that one-pan meals can reduce your dishwashing, lower your effort, and still give you healthy, satisfying food. With a single good pan, a few basic ingredients, and the right habits, you can turn cooking from a tiring chore into a short, manageable routine. Start with one simple recipe this week, such as a sheet pan chicken and vegetables or a skillet vegetable and egg meal, and repeat it until it feels easy. Do one action today and share your result in the comments.